Reggie. I think that a constant conversation about it because it's like it's people that say they from my neighborhood that really wasn't from my neighborhood. Like we got a dude named James, and he speak on with Reggie all the time, and he said he was a day one. Definitely wasn't day one. Definitely didn't go to school with us. And the reason why a lot of people didn't go to school because back in those days it was way more Crips than it was Power Road. You can go and stand on your own, but you have to really be able to stand on your own. And you know, for James to make all these allegations about he couldn't go to elementary school because the Crips was going to come to school and get him. He was a Crip. Number one. Number two, Crips didn't come in my neighborhood and do that type of shit. Everybody stood their own, hung on their own. And, you know, I could see his bitterness because, you know, they lived in a garage with no running water on drugs. But the thing that gets me the most, people want to say something about Pac. I think Pac did more for my neighborhood than a whole bunch of people in that neighborhood. I mean, I hate to be in a situation where you got to bring up old shit. Come on, James, you know the truth. It was in my house. Well, you never been in my house, but outside, me and Buntry, which was my road dog, and you said we got into it before that never happened. Buntry wouldn't go against me for nobody. And I wouldn't never let nobody put their motherfucking hands on me. Yeah, that's my dog. He lives always, you know. And, you know, I remember when James was on one of the drunk binges, and Pac put him on his pockets. And when Pac put him on his pockets, he was like, Buntry, look what he's doing. And Buntry was like, oh, man, we're going to start calling you Mob Jamie, you know. But I ain't going to get into the details of all that because I ain't going to get to going back and forth because at the end of the day, it's not accomplished in life. If you never accomplished nothing, you don't deserve to talk. And Reg, and you know, it's broadcasting some bullshit when they be talking that negative shit. And Reg, you know, I love your mother. She's a great lady. You sitting on there with James, and James talking about he got the 6'4". That 6'4" you talking about is the one I painted white with one of DMX's favorite dogs on the back with the red guts. And then it finished paying me all my money, but I sent that shit to motherfucking Leo and Russell on weird ass.
You said that in one of your interviews because your baby mother is Southside.
Yeah, she lives
outside crib. You said that once you got back to LA from back to Compton, you were saying how those guys were essentially bragging about what they did.
Exactly. She used to tell me every time they stepped on California Street, our birds doing their thing, or when Puffy and them came through and was they congregating on the block. How everybody was talking, that was just confirmation about what was going, you know, what everybody's theories was anyway.
Now, let's get something straight. You never worked for me, I guess so. You never worked at my club. You hung outside getting $50 to get somebody to front of the line. That's how you hustled. We wouldn't know it. I'm inside or I'm not there yet. But you said TPD drives it to my club in the Southside Crips. And you told everybody Southside Crips just left the club. First of all, who would you tell? No one. Second of all, if you said it has got to Orlando Anderson has got beat up, why you didn't say that? Why you didn't do that? But once again, you knew all this because you said that your baby mama best friend Paula and your baby mama, you live in the Southside Crip neighborhood with your baby mama. Your daughter from over there. But she want to go on these shows and lie and keep changing your story. Now, since you knew they was putting money on Pac's head or my head or anybody else, but you never told no one. Now, Reg, I'm divorced. And he was a cop. Your whole family was cops or probation officers. Nothing wrong with that. And I don't have nothing against none of you people. I'm not going to bring up who stole and who lied on me. Don't care. Because it's not about trying to put you down. Now, I'm going to give you some credit. You more a street and slicker than James. Reg, you can never be the type of cop James is. James is a way better cop than you. He done sent more money to the penitentiary from the hood than anybody. Before y'all got on drugs, y'all wasn't able to leave the house. For your gangster hand, it ain't this. You loaded, influenced, y'all will do something, but y'all gonna tell at the end. Nobody on the east side never been scared of y'all household. They were just scared of y'all mouth. Y'all the mob rats. Y'all been telling them from day one. Now, I'm not gonna get into details of this. If you ever say anything else and say I'm lying, I'm gonna produce it. One thing for certain, one thing for sure. You would never find a gang member come out of his house, go on the street, shoot at a car with a 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid in the car. They get shot and they die. And it's self-defense. No prelim, no trial. For me, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And if you do a background check on all the people who talking, either they informants or what they call them, PIs, whatever they call, right? Mm-hmm. And let me hang up a call right back. Who named James Williams goes around and says he knows this, he knows that. Come on, James. Hood business is hood business. You didn't move to the hood till later on. You from South Central. All in my neighborhood. They came from Kitchen Crib or hanging with the Main Street. When they moved to my neighborhood, they didn't run with us and did a lot of telling instead of this man who came from hard knocks and started from the bottom and made it to the top. Person, like my whole life is, nobody never gave me nothing but God. If you do a background check on me, it is what it is.